All right, testing, 1, 2, 3. How's everyone doing today? Great to be here with you guys. Give me one in the chat box if you can hear me okay. Go ahead and close this out. All right, we'll be getting started here in the next minute or so. I do want to respect everyone's time. So there will be no wasting of time today. Loud and clear. Thank you, Rodney, Rob, Gerald, Tim, Marquise, Wally, Amanda. Always great to have you on here. Harold, Warren, Leonard, Miles. How's it going, Philip? Perfect. So let's go ahead and jump right in. All right. It's just me and you guys today. I'm going to share with you some very exciting strategies and techniques. We're going to cover quite a bit. So, on top of the live demo and all of that, so show you guys how I've actually automated the entire SEO process, specifically for our 22,000 a month blueprint, which we released last month. All right. And I know many of you are excited to see how you can actually automate that whole process and just hit go and not have to touch it ever again from that point forward. All right. So I won't spend too much time on this one since many of you guys on here already probably know uh, this background on me and have been on some of my webinars before, but pretty much started in 2010, went full time 2014. Since then, I've sold over $12 million online and lately been heavily focused on AI, and you will see some AI on this call today. Okay, we will be going through a live case study plus a demo of my AI app that is giving multiple page one rankings, all fully automated. Okay, and again, going back to the 22,000 per month blueprint. All right, so if any of you guys missed that, picking up that product last month, you definitely will get a kind of a I will go through kind of a small recap on this call as well, just so you can get a bit of the background on how these two products fit together. Okay, because we've created the perfect blend of real artificial intelligence and automation to take over all of your SEO. Okay, and how many of you are excited for that, to be able to really tap into the search engines to get as much traffic as you'd like without having to do much work, okay? Because for the longest time, SEO has been a pain in the butt in terms of how many steps are involved. Um, but thankfully, with the power of software, with the power of AI, uh, that process can go a lot faster, okay? And you will see the first and only fully automatic AI powered web app that will literally automate every single step of the SEO process for you, okay? I guarantee you that every single step is going to be done for you, and I'll show you how that works on this call. We've literally created the easiest way to have content written, optimized, posted, and syndicated for you to bring in more traffic, leads, and profit. All right, and I will show you again some tips and tricks that I've been doing with my niche sites so that you guys can see exactly how all of this works. Okay, and like I said, we have automated our entire 22K per month blueprint. All right. Um, Plus, like I said, you'll see a real case study. I'll jump right into the case study right away. That you'll be able to see multiple page one rankings. And this site I haven't even touched for years. Okay, it literally started out as a demo site. When I first put it together, I think I maybe put a total of 30 minutes of effort into actually creating the site. Okay, when I first put it together, it had the most basic theme on it. Okay, it had the most plain design that you can ever see. It was literally a black and white design. I think it was one of the 21 or 22 uh, default themes that you use when you first install WordPress. It didn't even have a logo on it. It didn't have any monetization on it. It didn't have anything on it. Okay. Over the last year, I have kind of revamped it and put a theme on there, and it looks a little bit nicer now. But for the first, I don't know, couple of years of that site, it was the most basic thing you can ever see, and it was still ranking on the first page of Google. Okay, and it's still ranking to this day, and you'll be able to see that here shortly. Okay, but more importantly, you're gonna see how you can have our platform Zairp do the exact thing for you guys. Okay, um, so with that's it. That's my intro. I know a lot of times there's a long-winded intro on what you're gonna see and all of that, but that's what I got for you guys today. Like I said, I don't want to waste any time. I want to jump right into it. So let's first start off with the case study. Okay, so let me open up a new incognito window so you guys can see this live. And I'm gonna do drone repair expert. Let's go ahead and start with Miami. Okay, you'll see my site here ranking on the first page. Excuse me, on number one spot right here. All right, and we'll do, just to make this a little quicker, drone repair expert Tampa. All right, you'll see my site right here. All right, let's do drone repair expert Naples. All right, ranking not only one, but position two as well. We'll do drone repair expert Coral Gables. All right, now this is a little smaller of a city here in Miami, and that's one thing that you want to think about as well when you are building these local affiliate sites. Don't just think of Miami as a whole. Here, as you can see in the map, there's a bunch of little cities, and you can see Coral Gables right here. There's a bunch of little cities within, what people think of as Miami. Most people, when they think of Miami, they think of this small little piece that you all see in the movies, which is if you guys want to know where it's at, is literally this little strip right here is what most of you see in the movies. But obviously, Miami as a whole is way bigger than that. But yeah, where was I at? Here, drone repair Coral Gables. You can see two rankings here for that. Let's do drone repair expert Orlando. All right, I am right here. And this, I'll explain why this one looks like this as well, which I'm not even actually trying to rank for this. You can see it's not even optimized for the keyword, all right, which is a good sign. And if you were on the webinar where we talked about our 22K blueprint, you'll kind of understand why this is it. And I'll go over that here in a bit, why that's happening right now. Let's do Jacksonville. You can see here, and same thing. Look, I'm not even optimized for this keyword and I'm showing up. Okay. Let's do, oh, look, let's do Miami Beach as well. All right. You can see here, boom, ranking right here. All right. So pretty much just about every little one of these cities in Miami going all the way up through Florida, I'm ranking on. All right. And I'm slowly starting to drip into the other states as well. Um, But here's one thing that I want to share with you as well. My initial keyword for this particular site was drone repair expert city, drone repair expert city, drone repair expert city. Okay. And if I come here to the whiteboard, I'll explain to you guys a little bit about what we talked about last time, which was how the 22K blueprint works. So we have your site here. Okay. And obviously, you're going to have your main pages like the About page, the Home page, the Services page, all the standard pages that makes your site look like a legit site. I like adding a frequently asked questions page and a contact. The frequently asked question, this is optional, okay? I just like having it in case people, they have those frequently asked questions. I address them there, and it gives, it's a useful page that I like having there. So you have all of this on your site, but when it comes to actual ranking, you have the first 4 to 5 pages, the first 4 to 5 keywords that you're targeting, which is, your keyword number 1, your keyword number 2, your keyword number 3, your keyword number 4, and obviously these are targeting a different city each time, okay? And these pages are fully optimized, obviously, for your keyword. You have images on there, your videos if you have some, your most optimized pages are these right here, okay? And obviously, um, you have your phone number on here. Now, one thing I do want to mention is the phone number that can come later as well. All right, once you finally see that you start getting some rankings, then boom, you definitely start putting your affiliate phone number on this site so that you can start generating commissions. Obviously, you can have your other monetization on there if you're doing other monetization, like AdSense or anything else. You can have that on there. But these four to five initial pages, all right, that's what gets us started. All right. That's what's gonna get in there and start giving this site some authority. It's gonna start giving this site rankings, traffic, all of that. People are gonna start landing on this, clicking on the phone number, calling, all of that, and your site's gonna start bringing some authority. You're gonna have to obviously do your backlinking on these pages and start really building it up. All right, but then after that, you can start the level 2. Okay, and you do keyword number 5 and number 6 and number 7 and number 8, and obviously each of these are targeting different cities. All right, and then once you get to this point, your site is already starting to have even more authority. Okay, because now the site is growing. And one thing as well is here you have your blog. Okay, and you can have your blog starting to post informational content as well. So you have just articles here, article 1, article 2, article 3, and you could do maybe 1 or 2 a week so that the site is just growing while the targeting pages are growing as well. Okay, and this is exactly how I'm running my sites right now. And what I'm doing is with these article sites, linking, I'm using this as kind of like an internal link network to link to these. Okay, so I'm passing link juice to these pages with the blog articles. All right. But from here, now that the site is growing, like I said, your authority for this site starts to grow organically as well. You start to gain more trust with Google. Okay. And the syndication or the backlinking that you have to do for this layer is going to start to be less than this one. Okay, because again, you're starting to build authority. Google is starting to see you as an expert in that niche, so that when you now go to layer number 3 and you start targeting city number 9, city number 10, city number 11, city number 12, you're really starting to become a bigger authority niche site, instead of what we started at, which was a 4 to 5 page site. Now you're 3 layers deep and you have 12 different cities that you're targeting. But now by this stage, the backlinking that you have to do is even less, and you start ranking by just pure authority, because all these other ones start to rank, and then you start ranking without even trying. Okay, and when you get to this 13, 14, 15, 16, then it starts to get real easy for you guys, because now you start really becoming the expert, and you'll start to see that the deeper you get, the easier it's going to be for you to rank. And that's why where am I here, these, where was it, here's one, I'm not even ranking, I didn't even optimize this, I don't even know what page this is. Okay, and this one here, this is for a specific um, company in Jacksonville. Okay, if I click on it, look how much content is on here. All right, literally it's just the name of the company and their reviews. Okay, there's not even a phone number on here. All right, um, and this is obviously a different strategy, because I'm using a theme that allows me to add local businesses, which we talked about on a different call, but I don't want to get too much off on a tangent there. Okay, but you'll see, look, I'm not even trying there. Okay, where's that other one at? Here, this one, UCF drone repair. Okay, I think this is probably another local company as well. Yeah, it is. All right, look how much content is on here. Okay, There's literally zero content on here. All right, but because this site is growing, this site is always having new content posted, new pages posted. I'm starting to rank for things I'm not even targeting. Okay, cities I'm not even targeting. And look at this. Remember, my initial keyword was drone repair expert. All right, but if I now drop the expert and I just do, let me do just Miami, you'll see my site right here. It's lower in the page on page one, but I'm towards the middle of page one, but I'm ranking for an even shorter tail keyword. All right. Same thing with, let me drop the expert, Jacksonville, drone repair Jacksonville. All right. Here I go again. Two rankings for that. And again, it's one of those that I'm not even really trying. These are pages that I'm not even optimizing for this keyword. Okay. Let's do now Naples. All right. Naples right here, two page one listings without the expert in it. Okay. And now let's do Orlando. Here it goes again. It's on position number 9. But again, it's the one I'm not even trying for this. All right. Is that making sense to you guys? What I just explained it? Sandeep is asking, Josh, do you start with only 4 keyword plus city pages? Why not more than 4, like 16, for example? It's just, that's how we kick things off. It's obviously a little quicker, a little easier, and then it just builds on itself over time. You can start with more, absolutely. Um, and you'll be able to start with more with what you see, with what we show you today. But if I'm being 100% honest with you guys, these first 4, for the sites I've been building, I've been doing manually. All right, so I sit there and I do these manually, and then after these are done manually, then I kick on the automation from this point forward. Okay, um, so that's how I'm doing it right now. I'm probably gonna get to the point where boom, I'll just build a new site and just kick it off in automation right from the start. But again, I'm not doing all of them at the same time. We do have some drip feeding going on, so um, these additional layers don't go out at the same time. Again, I want this site to grow organically and look like it's actually growing without the automation. Okay, because if I were to just come in here and blast 50 pages at once, it could work, but I don't want to risk the potential of raising some red flags, because it doesn't look natural for a site to go from 0 to just 50 pages right away. Okay. um, but again, if you guys want to try it out and let me know if it works out for you, absolutely. That's a good thing about SEO, that over time you guys will develop your own risk tolerance. You'll develop your own strategies, and you'll be able to, might push the pedal a little bit quicker than someone else, and that's totally okay. All right. Um, Homer is asking, do you start with the same keywords in each city? Yeah. So for the most part, all of these keywords are the same. So drone repair expert city, drone repair expert city, drone repair expert city, drone repair expert city. Um, and then I do mix and match some other additional keywords in there as well. So drone repair professional city, drone repair professional city, okay, and things like that. And I'll show you how all of that kind of works out once we jump into the actual demo. Okay. Someone's asking, am I selling drone repair? No, I am not selling drone repair. That was just a niche that I selected, but I do not have a drone repair um, service that I do myself. But it's one of the bigger niches out there, especially with so many people doing drone repair. Okay, excuse me, buying drones and doing drone services. So where was I at? All right, the case study. All right, so that's kind of how this is playing out. All right. Um, Now I want to show you guys how I'm going from, you know, idea and then just different things that I'm doing to speed up the process of actually building the site. All right. So many of you guys know that from the 22K per month blueprint that we are targeting pay per call offers. Okay, so that we get paid for every call that is done from our affiliate site. All right, and this is where you can pretty much find the offers that you can promote. One right here, right away, looks pretty good. Bathtub resurfacing. So I'm going to show you guys just a few tricks and tips that I've been using myself to, again, make this whole process quicker, faster, because that's, in my mind, that's how I want to do this. I want to streamline as much of this as possible. So let's take a look at this bathtub resurfacing one. That one looks like a interesting one, all right, because it's so niched down. All right. So let's go to the keywords explorer. Bathtub resurfacing. Let's search for that. Let's do search suggestions. All right. Boom, right away, look right here. Bathtub resurfacing San Diego. That looks good there. 200 searches a month. Houston, Miami, New York City. Man, look at all these cities. Who would have thought that bathtub refinishing and reglazing was so popular? Look at all Pittsburgh, Denver, Phoenix, Tampa, Atlanta, Dallas, Orlando, New Jersey, Austin, Fort Lauderdale. Man, look at all these cities. Portland. Jack, this looks like a winning niche right here, right away. Detroit, Milwaukee, Boston, Indianapolis, NYC. And you can see here that it's refinishing and reglazing. So all of these probably have both of those options, which goes back to whose question was it that was asking about the keywords? Rodney. All right, so you can target two different pages, one for bathtub refinishing San Diego, and then do one for bathtub reglazing San Diego. Okay, but look at this right here, right away. This one looks like a pretty good niche that we can target. All right. So what I would do here is go from here, and then I would go into done for you authority, okay, and find a domain. Oh, this was one that I was looking at earlier. So let's go with this one. If anyone's going into the mold niche, let's just go with this one here. So what I would do, just I guess pretend that this is a domain for bathtub reglazing that we found. All right. What I would do is I would get this domain. Then I would come here to the Wayback Machine. I would paste that into there. And then what the Wayback Machine does, it allows you to take a look at what that site used to look like. Okay, and you can see this site, this particular domain goes as far back as 2014. So I'm going to click on 2014 and see if I can come up with something. All right, so these blue circles, that means that anytime it's blue, it means that you can actually see what that site looked like at that time. All right, perfect. So this is one in the mold niche. All right, so what I would do is first I would come here to ChatGPT and I would ask it, I'm starting a new website offering mold removal and testing services. And then I would tell it, what do you need from me to write a home page article, an about us page article, and a services article. And then it's going to reply with what it needs from me. All right, so it's telling me, give me all this information. Whatever it says, I'm not really going to read through all of this. What I'm going to do is the following. Let me open up a Google Doc. I'm going to do demo. All right. Where is that page? The Wayback Machine. Here. All right. So I'm going to take all the content that's on here, everything, all of this. And I'm going to paste it here. I'm going to remove this stuff here that says read more. I'm going to, where's the, see, there's a services page. Do they have our share our services? Let's see. Oh, look, services right here. Perfect. Mold remediation. Let me click on that. Boom. Look at that. Amazing. Look at all this content on here. And this is content that used to be on this site, and it talks about everything. All right. I have no idea what mold removal companies need or do or all the services that they provide. So I'm going to just paste all of this here. I'm going to remove all this stuff that says read more. All right, let me go back to this. Oh, maybe I should remove that recent article stuff. Yeah, let me remove that. All right, let me go back, see what else is here that I can take. Oh, look, it's right here, our services. So boom, I can click on mold testing as well. Copy all of this. I wonder if that's the same thing. Seems like it's the same thing. Let me see. Huh, doesn't look like it. All right, let me go back. Fact, this is all free content that you guys can use. Okay, the site does not exist anymore. All right, about us. See if there's anything specifically about us. Perfect. Here we go. Services we offer. Oh, whoops. All right. And let's see if there's anything on the contact us page. Well, not much there. Perfect. So I think that with this, we should be good. All right. So I'm going to copy this. I'm going to bring it back to GPT, and I'm just going to paste all of that in there. All right. Paste that in there. And look, usually I prompt it. I forgot to put the prompt because this isn't enough for a home page or an about us page or any of that stuff. So what I would do from here, and I'll write, please write me a, and I don't know why I'm always so polite to ChatGPT. I'm not sure if you guys do the same thing, but you say please and all that, thank you and all that, like you're talking to a real person. But please write me a home page article based on all the information that I just provided. All right, and there you go. This is a much better homepage. All right. And then I would take this and I would paste that there, and I would put please write me a services article based on the information I just provided. All right. And then I'll do the same thing for an about us. And there you go. Look, within what, 5 minutes, we were able to get all the information that we need to get our initial pages up and running using ChatGPT. However, obviously, I'm not going to take this content as is. All right, I would most likely either have it rewritten with my bypass platform or even Spin Rewriter to change things up. But what I'm going to do instead, I'm not going to go through that part of the process. I'll go through it with kind of a services page so you guys can see how I do that. But does this make sense how quickly you guys can use uh, the content from the domain that was on there before with this? Someone is saying, I do the same thing. Yeah. Someone said, I don't understand. You are running a page with services, etc., but you are not a real company. If people click on this, they won't get anyone. Will they? No. Yeah. So what I'm doing is I'm borrowing, since I don't want to sit here and write about mold or have to do any research about mold or have to pay someone to write something about mold. I want to leverage AI. But to get the thing about AI and ChatGPT is that the more information that you give it, it's going to write you a better response back. So if I just came in here and wrote, hey, write me an about us page for a mold um, company, it might not write as good as this because I provided it with a ton of information. All right, now it might have it might be optimized automatically for the specific city that this company was in, since I just copied and pasted. I didn't even bother removing any content at all. But that's fine. Once I get to publish it on my site, I can edit all that stuff. Okay, and obviously this if once they land on the site, um, I'm not monetizing it with the actual mold service. I don't have a mold company, which comes back to Offer Vault. These companies here are willing to pay you this amount to generate calls for them. Okay, so you are a pay-per-call affiliate, which means that if someone lands on your website and calls your phone number, you're gonna get paid this amount. Okay, so um, hopefully that clears things up a little bit. Yeah, and this is all before you can do all of this before you get the actual number. Okay, because even when you apply for the number, I think it takes maybe like 1 or 2 days for them to issue you the phone number. And with some of these, it may take 1 to 2 weeks to actually get approved. With LeadSmart, I actually had to apply twice. The first time they didn't even bother getting back to me, so I submitted a second application and I said, "Hey, this is my second time applying. I didn't hear back the first time. Within 24 hours, they approved me." Okay, some of these on here haven't even gotten back to me yet. So, but the good thing is that the niches that I'm in right now, LeadSmart has all of them. So I haven't tried. I think I've tried eLocal and maybe one more, but since LeadSmart let me in, boom, I'm good with that one. All right. No, someone is saying, but they won't give you the offer until you have traffic. No, absolutely not. I applied for these with to LeadSmart without even. I think I had just started my site, but I didn't request the number right away. I think I requested the number a couple of weeks after, just because I didn't need it right then and there. Okay. So where are we? All right, we're in ChatGPT. So now that we have all of our main pages, except we can make it do for a contact us page, but you saw that they didn't have much on the contact us page, so it can be something very simple for that. Let's do optimize. Please write an article offering our services to Pittsburgh to the So what I'm writing here is, please write an article offering our services to the city of Pittsburgh and optimize the content for mold removable Pittsburgh. All right, here we go. Now this is where the exciting parts happen. Okay, and I want you guys to pay attention here now, because what I'm doing now is I'm putting together content for the actual pages that we're going to be getting ranked. All right. Let's see. Oh, I think there was one thing that I wanted to show you guys as well, because that this domain that I was looking for was that I found was pretty cool. Because just take a look at this. All right. When I Googled it, someone has already done a press release for this. All right. This domain is listed on a press release site, and look, there's a backlink to it here. So if you guys haven't picked up that part of the Done For You Authority, you definitely want, because these are the kind of domains that you can find. All right. Perfect. So Pittsburgh. Let me copy this. Now I'm going to take this into Spin Rewriter. All right. And I do have a special deal for everyone on here for Spin Rewriter, where you guys get a huge discount plus 14 days free access. And they just released their AI version, which is pretty cool. And I'll show you what some of these things what it does, some of the AI stuff. So the first thing that it does is it allows you to rewrite the paragraphs with AI. So the one thing that you never really want to do is take content directly from ChatGPT. It's gonna get flagged right away from anyone that from any company that has an AI detector. Obviously, Google has an AI detector. They're all kind of starting to crack down on just raw AI content. All right, so you may want to sit here and rewrite this with AI. They do have this built in. If you have access to bypass, you can do it with bypass as well. The cool thing with this is that it allows you to choose what you want rewritten. So what I usually do sometimes is just do the paragraphs on like the headlines and stuff. I leave alone. Okay, so you can do rewrite this paragraph. All right, and it'll rewrite it. And then you can do this one. So you can pick and choose which ones you want. Rewrite. And you can sit here and do all the ones that you want. Usually, like I said, I'll do just the actual content, and any of the headlines that it wrote for me, I'll leave alone. So I'll do that, and then I'll use the different variations that I just picked. Now, what Spin Rewriter is going to do, the main step that I want is to turn this into a spinnable article. Okay, and I'll show you why here. Now, what I do is this is usually set in the recommended one, so I use synonyms that are reliably correct. What I want is the least one for me personally, because I want the one that's most readable. So it's only going to use the synonyms that are definitely correct. I want this to be as high quality of an article as possible, even though I'm still spinning the article. Okay, but I just want to be able to ensure that I can always have totally unique content when it's being published on my site. Okay, and sometimes I'll protect the keywords. So mold, kind of the keywords that I'm optimizing for. So mold, and the name of the company. So whatever name of this company was, what was it? Merit. Yeah, Merit. Just so it doesn't change around the name of the company sometimes, especially if it's something that has synonyms. All right, so I'll click OK, and then I'll click next step. And now what it's doing is it's finding the best synonyms for this article. All right, and the good thing about this is that this is in version 14, I think, at this point. So it's very smart, and it can understand the meaning of each word in the context that it's in. So it knows the difference between booking a flight when you book a flight or when you're reading a book. So it's gotten to the point that it's really, really smart. And with their latest AI changes, it can really rewrite some pretty cool things and do some pretty cool things. So here I'm gonna do final step. And now it's actually what that step was before is it would actually allow me to sit there and pick and choose the synonyms that I wanted to do. I'm too lazy to sit there and do that. All right. And the content that I ranked the drone repair site with, it's the most basic content available. I think when I first did that, it might have been a PLR content. I might have paid a writer to write one piece of content, and I used that. Perfect. So this is what I want. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and copy all of this. And now we're going to jump into Zairp. Okay. So if you haven't been paying attention, flip over right now to your screen, because now we are going to jump into Zairp, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to take this article and automate. Where is that? All of this that I shared with you before. Okay. So I'm going to take one piece of content and just set it on fire for all of this stuff. Okay, and then you're never going to have to touch that site ever again. Obviously, you could go in there and tweak different things. If you once you start seeing that one page is ranking better than the other one, then you will want to go in there and make changes, add some better monetization, or kind of do different things. But that's a conversation for another day. So let me go into Zairp. Where is it? Here we go. So this is how we have automated the entire process for SEO, okay? And especially what you guys are gonna see, oops, I have to log in, which is these local sites, these local affiliate sites that we are building. All right, so the first thing you're gonna do is add your actual site. To do this, I won't go too much into this because it's a very simple process. You have to first download our Zairp WordPress plugin, and then what you do is you come here, you put your website URL, you put the username, and you put the password. If you have the Zairp plugin installed, it's gonna check that you do have it, and it's gonna give you the green light. Like you see here. So you can see these are all green lighted. If it's not installed, it'll tell you, and you won't be able to create a project with that. But once it is installed, you go here to projects, you hit this plus sign here, you choose, you give it a name. So we'll do mold demo, click next, and I'll just select one of these sites here. All right. If the site isn't already set up, you can perform the site setup. So what this is going to do is it'll allow you to set a site title, set a site tagline, and it's also going to install and activate the following on your WordPress site. So it's going to install the 2021 theme. It's going to install the XML sitemaps. It's going to install the Total Cache plugin. It's going to install Monster Insights, and it's going to install the all-in-one SEO plugin. All right. So on top of doing everything else, it will do a lot of this setup for you if you haven't already done it. Okay. I'm going to turn that to off now as well. To turn it off since this site is already set up. But yeah, it will do a lot of that setup that takes a long time to do as well, where you're installing plugins and all that stuff. It'll do that for you too. Now, the next step is that it will create users for you. Now, this is important as well because, again, once this website starts growing and it gets bigger and you get into the 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 100 pages, if you have 100 pages and they're all attributed to just one author, again, that starts to look unnatural. Okay, because once a site gets really big, typically you have multiple authors on that site. So that's what this does. All right, this option allows you to generate a specific number of users so that each user can be attributed to all of these pages and all this content that's being written for you. Okay. And you can have it either create an email address using the actual WordPress domain, or different email providers, or a mix of the two. All right, it's totally up to you. And here you can actually give the usernames a prefix. So you can do something like mold expert, and then it'll use mold expert John, or John the mold expert, stuff like that. So you can put the mold expert here as well, and it'll rotate through whatever username prefix you put here. and however many here, each of them will rotate through that, so that it'll be mold expert Chris, mold expert John, mold expert um, Mary, all those different things, so that you still have some of your keyword into the author name as well. All right. Click next. And this is where the magic happens, guys. So get prepared because we have totally blown this out of the water when it comes to hyper targeting your keywords, which what our entire 22,000 per month blueprint is based around. Now, obviously, you can see that we have every country imaginable in here. Um, but we obviously want to focus on the US. Okay, so we have the US here. So if I click this to open up the US, yep, we have every single state in here. This database alone cost me over $10,000. Okay, because the amount of data that we have in here for every single country is insane. All right, so now say that, let me see, where were we at here? So we chose San Diego, Houston, Miami, NYC, Tucson, Pittsburgh, Denver. So I can go through and let's say I identified my first 4 keywords. I can find those. If I click down to the actual state, you'll see that every single city is in here. So since there's so many, what I do is I just control search. I do Miami and I search. I'll probably select all of these too. Miami Shores, Miami Springs. And that's the good thing as well, that many of you are probably going to be targeting cities that you don't know what the name of the inner cities are. All right. So that's what's good about this, is that you can select not only the Miami as a whole, but you can target Miami Beach, Miami Gardens, Miami Lakes, Miami Shores, Miami Springs, which are all different cities within Miami. Okay. The bigger county of Dade has all these cities in it. All right. And let's see what else we got in here. We can do, where's Orlando? Orlando. And if I did want to go deeper, if you want to also optimize by zip code, you can as well, since we have all the zip codes built into here as well. But for this particular demo, I'm not going to be targeting by zip code, even though they're all selected, but I'll show you how you optimize all of this automatically after. All right, so we'll leave that alone for Florida for now. Let's go to, let's see, Arizona. All right. And what I've been doing lately as well is this. So I'll do top cities, look, in Kentucky. And then what I'll do is I'll just pick these here. And what I've been doing is kind of picking some that are less populated, um, and start with there, since those will most likely be less competitive. So in my mind, I'm targeting these that most people probably shy away from. So Fort Mitchell, 8,700 people live there. Taylor Mill, 6,900 people live there. Wilmore, 6,000 people live there. So I'm remember, guys, I'm starting. What I want is, over time, I want this effect as quickly as possible. Okay. So like I said, these are, I do these manually for now, what I've been doing. But then when I'm setting up the automation, I'm personally starting with these smaller cities. So I'll go, all right, what are the top cities in Kentucky? And then I'll look through here and I'll find them inside of Zairp. So look, this one, Taylor Mill, 6,900 people. The competition in Taylor Mill, Kentucky is probably on the ground, if not underground. Okay, so let's see, Kentucky. I'll click find Taylor Mill right there. All right. And I'll do that for, whatever state that I want to target these additional pages for. Okay, so then I'll do, let's do Kansas. You guys can see that I've done Kansas and I've done Kentucky. All right, same thing here. And yeah, I'll select some of the more populated ones as well. But look here, you have Leewood, Great Bend, and I like those that have two keywords as well because again, the more keywords that you add, the less competitive it's going to be. But remember, over time, all of this starts to have that ripple effect where your authority is going to start growing to the point where you will default back to the harder cities without that much effort. Okay, which you guys saw that I'm not some of these, so some of those keywords I'm not even optimized for. The pages don't even have content on them at all. And it's because that site is already built authority. It's built, it's got so many pages on it. All right. Oh yeah, so here, Fort Scott, DeSoto. Look at all these smaller cities. Okay. So that's usually how I go about picking these because again, you can come in here and select. There's so many options that I need to have some form of structure to start because I'm tempted to come in here and select all the cities, but I want to be a little bit more calculated with my targeting so that when I circle back and create more campaigns, I can be again more calculated when I start going after the more populated cities. All right, but you guys see how powerful this is so far? All I'm doing is showing you how quickly you can come in here and select the cities that you want to target. Steven is asking, does each site have its own telephone number? Yes. So with Lead Smart, all you do is when you go in and you request a new phone number, and they're gonna ask you what niche it's for. So you select the niche, you request the phone number, and then boom, that when you go into your dashboard, you'll see that you have the niche that you selected and the phone number. So now let's just leave those selections there. All right, now here's where the magic happens. All right, get ready, guys. Let me click next here. All right. And this is, oh, well, we're not at the magic yet. All right. This is part of the magic. So here is where I'm gonna put the keywords that I want to target for this campaign. So we'll do mold remediation, or let's just this as an example. No, yeah, let's leave it at mold remediation. Mold remediation. Click enter, mold removal. And this goes back to, I think it was Rodney's question. If I target more than one keyword, this is where that magic happens. This is where that automation happens. Because remember what I said, that if the keyword bathtub refinishing San Diego has search volume, then you can see here that bathtub reglazing, I'm sure that bathtub reglazing San Diego also has search volume. And same with all of these. All of these cities are going to have most likely two different type of um, search results. You can actually even expand that to four because some people will add the state after it. You can see here bathtub excuse me bathtub refinishing Jacksonville, Florida. Okay, so you can expand that to different um, four different keywords. Okay, um, so let me go here back here. So mold remediation, mold removal. Um, we'll leave at that for now. Okay. Oh no, there was one mold. I could do mold. Nah, I could do mold testing as well, but I'll probably do that. I could do that for another campaign since that's kind of the same but sort of different. It can be kind of a whole niche on its own. So mold remediation, mold removal. Click next, and this is where the magic happens, guys. All right. So that content that I spun over here inside of Spin Rewriter, I'm gonna copy that. I'm gonna come here and I'm just gonna paste that in here. All right. Now, here, the first option here is type. Okay. So you can either do posts or pages. I prefer have as posts. So here, the title. All right. So this is gonna be the title of every page that Zairp creates for me. And here you can see we have short codes. This is what allows you to set the entire strategy on autopilot. So I'm going to copy this keyword. I'm going to put that there. and you can see that these pop up right away. So keyword in, and then you have the city and the state. Okay, the city and the state gets pulled from what I selected on the geolocation tab. The keyword gets pulled from everything from all the keywords that I put on the keywords tab. So what's going to happen here is that Zairp is going to create a new page for every single keyword that I put in the keywords tab. So on there, I only put 2 for now. And again, it's going to make 2 pages for every city that I selected. So it's going to do mold remediation. It's going to create a page for mold remediation Miami, and it's also going to create a page for mold removal Miami, because I have 2 keywords on the keyword tab, and I'm not sure how many locations I selected, but it's going to go through. It's going to do 2 pages for every city that I selected. Does that make sense? All right. Peter is saying, I fear a Google hammer. Yeah, absolutely. And I'll show you how you can kind of fly under the radar with that once we get to the scheduling tab. Okay, because again, I mentioned this before. I kind of, my risk tolerance is not as high as well, because I've been hit with Google hammers before, and it's not fun. So I like to drip feed this out. I like my sites to grow slowly than just hitting it with an insane amount of sites. That can happen later on. Once the site starts building authority, then you can ramp up how much and how fast you start to publish, out here. Okay, so this many layer, at least for me, my risk tolerance is that I can ramp things up a little bit more once I'm, way out here. But yeah, great. It's okay to have that fear, okay? Because again, at the end of the day, there's nothing. Google can wake up tomorrow and say, hey, you know what? I don't like XYZ, and we're releasing an update, just like they recently released an AI content update, okay? So, all right, now that we have that in there, let's optimize the actual content, because we can do the same thing. All of these short codes can be used not only in the title but also in the content area. All right, so obviously you always want to have your keyword. I probably won't do it here at the top, but I just kind of want to show you guys an example. So if it might be a little bit tough to see, but remember, ChatGPT optimized. This is the actual title that I wrote for me. So instead of just leaving it static like that, I'm changing that part to the short code. So keyword in city. I'll probably remove that. You'll see why once I hit a preview. It's probably going to look funky to have the title and then have this here as well. So I'll just probably remove that after. So let's go ahead and find here. We always want to have the keyword in the first sentence as well. So let me go ahead and see where it used it here in the first sentence. Mold removal in Pittsburgh. So I used it in the last line. So let me find that on here. Here it goes. Mold removal in Pittsburgh. All right. And look, it spun it with the actual keywords in there. But I wanted to filter through the cities as well. So I replaced that optimization that ChatGPT did for me in the first paragraph, and I changed it to the short codes so that, again, it's going to be creating a new piece of content for me for each city and each keyword that I selected. So this is probably a header. So I'll do H2 there. Here it goes again. Here's another optimization that ChatGPT did for me, but I'm going to change it to the short codes so that it covers all the locations that I'm selecting. All right, and this is probably another header, so I'm going to do H3 there. And then you can sit here and optimize these a little bit better as well, because these seems like they're bullet points. Yeah, so these are bullet points. So this is the complete, what you see is what you get editor. So you can add bullet points if you want to really ensure that every content. Oh wait, I think that one's actually phone numerical, and then the bottom one is. So we'll do one, oh, two, three. And the reason that I'm investing the time to do this now is because, again, um, I don't want to. This is going to be completely on autopilot once this is done. So I'm optimizing this article once, and you'll see that from this point forward, I won't have to do it ever again. Our Pittsburgh mold removal services. So here, I'll probably leave this one as is because I don't want to, over optimize this content either. All right, and these are the bullet points. So there's bullet point one, bullet point two, and look here, mold removal Pittsburgh. There's an optimization for me there. So I'm going to change that. Contact merit. And here's the last one here, the mold removal Pittsburgh. All right. Now here as well, you can also add your phone number if you have it. Okay. If not, it's fine. You can always, again, add it towards the top of your, using your theme and have it plastered all over no matter what page or what post someone lands on, the phone number is the first thing people see. All right. But I think, oh, no, wait, at this point now, you can add images as well. So I'm going to hit search. Wait, but before that, I'm going to go ahead and copy this and paste it here. The reason for that is because I have clumsy fingers. And yesterday, I don't know what I clicked, and it completely refreshed everything, and everything that I did was gone. All right. So let me search here, and you can do, since this is talking about homes and stuff, I'll come here and I'll select some of these. Let me see what shows up if I click mold. Yeah, that doesn't look like mold at all. So I'll do home or house as well. I selected that already. Select that. All right, I think that's good there. And then here there's a settings tab, and I'm gonna have it, you can do a minimum number of images and a maximum number of images. So I'll do 1 and 2. I'll hit close. So I selected 17 images, and here you can also add videos. So if you have videos of your own on YouTube, maybe you're doing a combo where you are trying to rank for your niche site, but also ranking videos, you can add your video, your YouTube video URL here. Or if you have more than one, you can add more than one, and then it will rotate through those and add those into the pages as well. All right. Or you can just search just to have additional content on this mold, how to get rid of mold, DIY mold remediation, mold remediation step by step, how to kill mold with vinegar. So we can select all of these. Best mold removal products, DIY mold removal, how to kill mold in 3 minutes. Now, obviously, most people are not going to go through this process when they're landing on your site, but it's just a way to provide them with a better experience, keeping them on your site longer, and obviously giving Google what they want, which is having more media on your site. So I'm going to close that. So I selected 17 images, 12 videos. All right, you can also have your business schema markup on here. So you will be able to use Zairp for your clients as well. So if they do have their own, local actual business and they have a Google business listing and you want to add their business schema markup, you can activate that and then just fill out all the schema stuff there. Obviously, we're not doing that because we're building affiliate sites. But here you have post interlinking as well. Now this, again, remember how I told you that I'm interlinking a lot of this content just to kind of pass link juice from one page and one post to the next. We automated that process here as well. So you can put different keywords here. So I'm putting mold remediation, removal, mold remediation, and then I also sprinkled it here, or something like services, and just some random keywords. And then it's gonna automatically interlink all of this content for me as well. All right. Now let me go ahead and hit preview just so you guys can see. All right, there you go. So the title is automatically optimized. All right, this one I might, probably make this headline a little smaller, probably remove some of those words. But you can see overall, all right, looks pretty good. If I hit generate again, now it did a different city. All right. If I generate again, did a different city and different keyword. All right. Generate again, different city. All right. So that's what's going to happen every time. And it's obviously going to look a lot better on your actual domain because on your website, because your page isn't this wide. All right. So it's going to look a little bit better. But you can see the more that I hit generate, all right, it changes the city based on the cities that I selected. All right. And if this one is showing the video. All right. So does that make sense to you guys now? How I literally just edited one piece of content and it's going to target the keywords and the locations that I just set. All right. But now we still have to schedule this. Okay. Oh, no, you can also enable automatic syndication. All right. So we are obviously integrated with my SynLab account. So if you did want to automatically enable that, all you got to do is click yes. And then you would just select which account you want to send it to. And inside of SynLab, we also have groups that you can create. So this comes down to if you do have separate social accounts for each site, you can set them all up in groups, or even for different clients, you can set all of that up so that anytime the syndication process is happening, it's being sent to the correct social sites. All right, so you can select that, and then all you'd have to do is just enter the title, the blog content, the bookmark content, the social content to be used that's going to be sent out. And then you also have to ensure that you put URL. We do have a URL tag. So you can put, whenever you fill this out, you put the URL there to ensure that you do get that backlink when it's being syndicated. Same thing here, and then the same thing here for social content. I'm not going to go through this now because I want to show you guys the schedule process, but it's very simple to come in here and set up the SynLab syndication. And again, you set it up once and it's going to happen every single time. So anytime a page gets published, boom, it's going to be automatically sent to your SynLab account, and you're going to immediately get 10, 15, 20, however many social accounts you have set up with SynLab, all of that syndication right away. Okay, automatically. All right, click next. And this is where you can schedule the option. So you can do either number of days or minimum maximum per day. All right. The one thing you do want to make sure that once you set this and once you start this project, this can be changed. All the other stuff you can come in here and edit, but once you select the schedule type, that won't be able to be changed. I like doing a minimum and a maximum per day. All right. Oh, so it looks like I selected here. Yeah, this wasn't showing before, but now it's showing. I can do a maximum of 16 due to the combination of location and keywords that I've entered. So I didn't select as many keywords as I thought. So I can do 16 total. All right. And minimum, maximum per day. I'm gonna do one minimum post per day and two posts per day. Or what you can do is number of days if you want to drip feed this a little bit more. So if there's 16 posts total, I'll do something like 45 days, so that again it's drip feeding that over time and it's not growing the site too fast. So I'll leave it like that, 16 posts total, 45 days. Or I might even do double that. So let's do like 60 days. Click next. All right. And this is the summary of this particular project. So it's going to post to one site. I'm not customizing the settings because again, this site is already set up. It's going to create 10 users for this site. And then the geolocation, I'm targeting 8 cities and 131 zip codes. But again, I didn't optimize for the zip codes. The deepest optimization that I went was the cities. If I did want to include zip codes, I can, but for this project, I'm just going to target the cities. I entered 2 keywords, and again, the most detailed geolocation shortcode used is city. I selected 17 dynamic images to rotate from, 12 videos to rotate from. I did not enable schema, and it's making 16 posts, posting over 60 days. Okay. At this point, all I have to do is hit save and start, and this project is going to take off. All right. I'm not going to start this one because I have a campaign already running on this site, but I'm just going to hit save and I'll leave that there for, I'll come back and, spend a little bit more time and activate this, when I'm actually targeting cities that I actually want to target. Okay. But let me just show you what some of this looks like. Okay. Look, this particular project, it's going to make 385 posts for me. It's already done 11 for me. And I went through that same process, but look at this. Now it's here. It gives you a summary of everything that it's done. So it's posted to WordPress and then it syndicated it. It posted to WordPress and it syndicated. It posted to WordPress and it syndicated it for me. Posted to WordPress, syndicated. 11 of these. And it's got a long way to go. Okay. 385 different combinations of keywords and cities that this is going to target for me. All right. Are you guys seeing how powerful this is? All right. Rodney is saying, how many projects can you do in a week? We'll talk about all of that here shortly. Robbie is saying, will this create opt-in landing pages? No, it will not create this is all based around the 22K blueprint that we released last month. This is all creating sites and pages and posts for us that are targeting what we talked about here. So we're creating the site, we're optimizing for different cities, and then you just set this thing on fire. And look at that, 385 posts for this particular project. All right. Let me look at this one here that I started recently as well. This one is going to do 132, and it's done 2 for me so far. Okay. I think I started this one maybe 2-3 days ago. All right. And I have one more site that I have to come in here and set up as well. But I mean, that's it, guys. Look how powerful that is, right? You can come in here. I'm going back into that project that I set up. I want to select a few more cities so that you guys can see, because I only set up 16. But you can do way more. All right. You saw that those other projects where I spent a little bit more time being a little bit more calculated, and not having to be talking at the same time. I set up 385 posts with one and 132 with the other one. That's without me having to touch it. All right, that's it. I'm done. I don't have to touch those sites for a while. Okay, unless once I start seeing, again, my plans, once I start seeing the authority growing over time, I can have two projects running simultaneously. Okay, so I have two projects, and I'll probably drip feed the second project a little longer, just so it's, again, my risk tolerance is, it's not as high right now, because I've been hit with Google updates before, and it's not fun. Okay. But yeah, that is Zairp in a nutshell. It has completely automated our entire process. Okay, so, and again, it doesn't. Although this particular demo that I did is based all around our 22,000 local affiliate marketing blueprint. You can do it for just regular affiliate sites as well. You just don't optimize for location. Okay, when you're setting up the projects, you just skip locations and you only use the keyword shortcode. All right, I do see a lot of questions coming in as well. So we'll be getting to all the questions. Our team has been answering a ton as well, and we're trying to just keep up. There's a bunch of questions coming in, but there's a bunch of you. I want to get access to this already. There's a bunch of you asking for replays because of everything that we've covered. Yes, there's a replay. I post, we posted in the chat box as well. I know we covered a lot, so I want to get through the special that we have, because there is a bunch of you that are asking to get your hands on this. All right, Joseph, yes, I'm here. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into this. All right, so the exclusive discount that I have for you guys on here. And I know there's a good mixture of you on here who just purchased SimBuddy AI. Some of you that just purchased Serp Sling as well. And this is perfect for all of you as well. Okay, if you bought Serp Sling and you're using that to find the keywords that you want to target, again, this is perfect because you turn those keywords into different posts on your sites, and then you use SimBuddy to get your syndication. And the amount of testimonials that are coming in already is really humbling from those of you that are taking massive action with SimBuddy. So let's go ahead and jump into this. All right. So Zairp, with the special that we're going to be offering right now, you're pretty much going to get a huge discounted deal that we are offering. We're also going to be throwing in 3 times the amount of credits. Now, Zairp does not work on credits. Okay, the only part of Zairp that works with credits is if you do use our AI writer, which I didn't even cover that. Okay, I showed you how I do the content with Spin Rewriter AI and ChatGPT and the Wayback Machine, and pretty much leveraging all of that. So only if you want to use our built-in AI writer will you be using credits. All right. If you just use what I showed you on this training, or you use ChatGPT, whatever it may be, you won't be using credits. Now, the number of sites allowed, usually we'll do 20, but for those of you that are on here, we're going to be increasing it to 60. Okay. The number of projects that you can create, we're also going to be doing triple of that. So you're going to be able to create up to 150 projects. And you guys saw that, one project there had 338 different posts that it's going to make for me. And that's just one project. Okay, that's just to put that into perspective. So you're going to be able to have a ton of projects running if you choose to. And we have some extreme power users with Zairp. Okay, we have people that have created sites that target every single city in the US. Okay, so we have some pretty strong power users that use our platform. The number of posts per project, again, you're going to be able to create up to 300 per project. You saw how one of those had up to 338 in there. So with this, you'll be able to do up to 300. But again, you can do 300 per project. Okay, so 150 projects, you can do the math. Okay, it's an insane amount of posts that you can have. And your post scheduling, you'll be able to do up to 45 days. All right. And you'll also be getting agency rights. So if you want to go ahead and use this for your client sites, you can. There has been, this see some questions coming in about people wanting to use this for clients and all of that. Now, I did mention the 22K blueprint. Now, we did have that as a bump offer for SimBuddy AI. So there's a bunch of you on here that did pick that up as well. But that is just one monetization strategy, the affiliate pay per call, and doing that. There's some of you on here that want to use it and just monetize it for one client. You can do that all day long. Okay, don't let the affiliate pay per call monetization strategy distract you from this just being for that. You can monetize your sites however you want. All right. And just like with SimBuddy, don't forget to sign up for that free 14-day trial, two-spin rewriter, and you also get that 50% discount locked in if you do decide to continue with that trial. Aaron is a good friend of mine, so he keeps this ongoing for me, the 50% discount that you get. He was here a few months ago. We had coffee. He's just a good friend of mine, so he keeps that active for me. You're also going to get access to the entire global database of locations for worldwide rankings. All right. Now, this is a huge, huge bonus that you guys are going to get access to. I know there's some of you on here that live in different countries and you want to target your local area. So this database alone to unlock the entire world was extremely expensive. All right. I paid $3,000 just for that database alone. Okay. And then I paid for the US database and I paid for the Canada database. So it's very expensive to get and keep these databases up to date. And you guys are going to get free access to that today as well. All right. You're also going to get access to all the built-in languages that we have for the AI writer. Okay. So that matches with the location so that you can target pretty much all the main languages that you want. Okay. So we have a very, very special bundle deal that you'll be getting access to. Now, normally, okay, Zairp on our public page sells for $497 per year. Okay. That's the normal price. That's what we've been selling it for since we released Zairp. When was that? I want to say 2018. This is the price for our bundle deal. For all of you that are on here, your new SimBuddy customers or your new SurfSting customers. So we want to give you a very, very exclusive deal for this. Now, do not go to the page because again, these are the prices that you'll see. And the deal that we have on here for you guys exclusively is a huge $270 discount. Okay, which means that you'll be able to get access to Zairp for just $227 per year. Okay, the only catch is that again, Zairp is very, very expensive to run, especially when we have, it only takes a handful of power users, and we have a good amount of power users to go in there and start setting up hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of posts to go out to their sites. It does get very expensive to run a platform like Zairp. So the only catch to this, well, there's two catches. Number one, I set the coupon code to have a maximum of 50 usages at this 227 price. After that, we can't really do more than that because usually I'm pretty sure that out of these 50 people that are going to get pick up this discount, there's easily going to be about 5 power users, and those 5 power users alone scare me. Okay, so we always buffer that into the amount of licenses that we sell at a discount. Okay, the other catch is that there is no page for this. There is no public page for this. This is a very private deal that I've only done one other time. And this is the second and probably the last time that I'll do this at this price. All right. So if you are ready to get access to this at this discount and be one of the first 50 people, let me know in the chat box and I'll send you the link directly. Because again, only the first 50 people will get access to this at this insane discount. And there is no page, there is no public page. This is going to take you directly to checkout with the coupon code already applied. Okay, so all right, perfect. There's a bunch of you asking for this link. Let me send this to you now. All right, and again, it will stop working after the 50 coupon code. It's automatically set to only, that coupon code will only work 50 times. Okay, it's already set inside of JVZoo, and let me just confirm, make sure everything's working fine. All right, yeah, so the price, the coupon code does automatically apply. The coupon code is SimBuddy if anyone wants to put that in there. And you can see that it drops the price to 227, okay? But only 50 people will be able to use that, all right? So make sure that you do get in there now. Oh, there's another 5 of you asking for the link. All right, so it's launchspecial.com/Zairp. Okay, there's too many of you for me to send it one by one. So the first 50 are going to go fast. Paul Richmond is in already. Awesome. And it looks like easily there's already 15 to 20 spots gone just from people asking for the link. Lichurani is asking, my question, I'm going to use Elementor, just need content, all SEO. Will it affect my client website if Google updates my clients or a dentist? So yeah, it doesn't matter what theme you're using. Okay, someone else was asking about Elementor as well. It doesn't matter what theme you're using. As long as your site's on WordPress, it will work for your site regardless of your theme. All right. Dale's asking, does the geolocation have all the cities for Australia? Yes, it does. Let me log in here. Let me go back to that project, or I'll just do a new project and show you here. And you can confirm this for me. Australia's here. So if I drop down, it has all these different territories, and then within each territory, so we'll do New South Wales. All right. Seems like there's quite a bit of cities inside of New South, or these might be states. I'm assuming it's territory and then states. And then within each state, I would say is the cities. Oh no, all right. So so there's a country, the state, I guess they call them territories. So the state and then the city and then the zip code. So you can see if you're from there, you can just take a quick glance and see if everything here is covered. It goes from A all the way to Z if there's a one with Z. Man, that's a whole lot. It doesn't stop. Just this one territory is huge. And you can see how detailed this database is. Man, so it does pretty much have a city for every letter. Yeah, even all the way up to Z. And that's just for the new, what was that? The New South Wales? New South Wales, yeah. So there you can see. All right, Keith is asking, will the content created pass Google AI filters? So right now, the Google AI filters are kind of, I'm not sure. It's really up in the air, and even Google has come out and said that they're okay with AI content now. It's just, remember, you gotta put yourself in Google's shoes. They want high quality content. So regardless of how that content is created, as long as it provides value to the end users. So if you're using AI content and it's quality AI content that provides value, I would lean on that and be confident using that. All right, but if you're using crappy AI content, I think that's when you can get in trouble because there are some AI models out there that just produce absolute junk. Okay, but as long as you're using ChatGPT, and you're either improving it with bypass, or you're improving it with spin rewriter AI, things like that, you should be okay. Awesome. Tom is in. Larry is saying he bought Zairp back in 2022. Is it still good? Yeah, you should still be okay if you purchased. Jeff just got in as well. Awesome. Joseph is in. All right, the spots are going quick, guys. Blaine is saying, can I post a link to a page that shows all the features? Yeah. So I'll do that, but again, the price on there will be $497. Okay, so I don't want to confuse anyone. I don't want to, some of you to buy at $497 and then have to um, refund. You can see here, these are the public prices. All right, so I'll send you this, but this is what other people buy it for. Okay, do not buy from this page unless you want to pay, double. All right, so I'll send that to all of you. This is if you want to, take a look at all the features and the demo video and just spend a little bit more time looking at things, go to that link. But when you go to purchase, use this link, okay? Because again, there is no public, this is not a public deal. This is something special that I want to do for those of you that have just purchased SimBuddy, that have just purchased SerpSling. Because especially SimBuddy customers that want to get in there and start submitting content to be shared, that Zairp is the perfect option to go in there, have put a site pretty much on autopilot, and then you'll always have content to submit to SimBuddy. All right, now there is one upgrade as well, which if you bought SimBuddy, you would have seen this upgrade, which is our Done For You Suite platform. All right, and I've talked about this, I believe, on our last session as well, how Done For You Suite works in conjunction with SimBuddy and SimLab. But Done For You Suite is pretty much our backlinking Done For You service, where we will build backlinks for you on our network of over 1,200 private sites that we personally own. So that gives you a bit of a stronger knockout punch if you really want to have an additional layer of backlinking, and it's just as easy to use as SimBuddy. You're literally just logging in and submitting your URL, submitting your keywords, and we take it from there. We start building backlinks for you. So you'll have 3 different ways to get backlinks. You'll have SimBuddy, you'll have SimLab, and then you have Done For You Suite. Okay, so SimLab, you syndicate your own content on your own sites. SimBuddy, pretty much you have the sharing army that shares your content. And then Done For You Suite, you have our own private sites that we build backlinks for you on. All right, so that's the one upgrade you'll see. Optional upgrade, you can totally just start with SimBuddy and SimLab, and then if you need a bit of a stronger punch, then you can get into Done For You Suite. Awesome. Let's see, a few other people who got in. Someone listed as Josh Test got in. Tom is in. Oh, awesome. Please, yes, someone is offering to send in a testimonial for Done For You Suite. I swear, if there's one platform that always gets random testimonials on webinars, it's Done For You Suite. So please definitely send it over. I'm sending you my email now. I would love to see those testimonials. And I'm horrible with collecting testimonials as well. I rarely ask for testimonials. Usually they just come in naturally, and then those are the ones that I use. So it's always good to just get unsolicited testimonials. Jen is in. Casey is in. Tester Trust is asking, how do you get Facebook pages like with SimBuddy? So you can create Facebook pages yourself with your Facebook profile, and then you just connect them to SimBuddy, and then you're good to go. So you can literally create a few different pages for sharing on somebody and just connect them. It takes just a few minutes to create a Facebook page. Joseph, shoot me an email and we'll see what's going on. Awesome. Someone purchased SimBuddy, Zairp Sling, Done For You Suite, and Zairp when it launched. Oh, no, you're good. There's no need for you to purchase this. You're good to go. If you have all of that, you're good. Awesome. Craig, you are good to go as well. Craig has SimBuddy, SimLab, you have global access, agency rights, Done For You Suite, and bypass. Awesome. John is asking, what is bypass? That's pretty much, I don't want to get too off topic, but it's a platform that we built that takes your raw AI content and it will increase the length of it. It will improve the quality of it, and it will, make it undetectable to the AI detectors. But again, I think right now as well, uh, what's more important instead of making it undetectable is the two options, making it longer and making it higher quality. Because even right now, honestly, even human written content is being flagged by AI detectors as being AI content. So when it comes to bypass, I think the two more important things are increasing the length of it and increasing the quality. So inside of bypass, we have the option um, to choose between high school level writing, college level, and doctorate level. So you can increase the quality of your AI content. Okay, Paul is trying to purchase, but it says processing, then finishes, and it's still on the same page and no sale. Let me know what email you're trying to purchase with, and I'll check to see if the sale went through on my end. And I'll check. There are people that have been able to purchase that are in and haven't been able to purchase. So I'll have to see what is going on specifically with your. Daryl is saying what is included in the SimBuddy bundle. I'll send you the page that can tell you all of that. Oops. There you go. That's the link to the SimBuddy bundle. Oh no, watch, wrong page. Hold on. Wait, that's the wrong page. That's the right page. Joseph is saying if we don't use our monthly credits, do they roll over? So remember, for Zairp, the credits will roll over, okay? And that's the credits are only used if you use our AI writer. And I don't even think I showed the AI writer. But here under content, if you click this generate button, you'll pick the language that you want, the niche, and you can give it some topics if you want. And then you hit generate and it will write the content for you. There it goes. Awesome. Paul was able to get in. Oh, he had to shut down his VPN. Perfect. So if anyone else is having trouble purchasing and you have a VPN on, turn that off and it should work. Don is saying, is there a special for the 6-month deal? So the split pay option? No, I do not have anything set up for this. But if enough people want the split pay, I guess I can set something. I'll try to set something up for that. If you would be interested in a deal for the split pay, because right now, I mean, you can get the full one for less than the split pay. But let me see, 297. Let me see. It would be like 115. So let's see, 297 minus. So I would do like a 150, $180 discount or something like that. Hans is saying he's late. Would he want a discount? Excuse me. Do you have a replay? Not yet. We're still on here live, so the replay will be up by tonight, hopefully, or tomorrow morning. I'll send out an email once it's ready. Dale saying, why are my Zairp credits being adjusted? Well, you have about 450 per month. If it's You're saying if it's negative 450 a month, or you're 450 a month? Um, if it's going up, it's probably because you're not using the credits. But if not, just send in a support ticket, and they'll be able to look into it to see what's going on. But again, those credits are only if you're just to use the AI writer. But so many people have, most of you on here already have access to ChatGPT or some other AI writer. Nate, all right, let me get that set up for you since you want to get the split pay. I didn't set anything up for the split pay. Give me 1 second. All right. Let me double check. Oh, spelled that wrong. There we go. Oh, my throat is giving out here. All right, there you go, Nate. And there you go, Don. Perfect. Oh, awesome. Nate said he already has it. So helping me with the math. Thank you very much. Oh, good, Chris. He's saying, are you giving away some money today? Sure, why not? Let's do it. All right. For everyone that has posted a question or a comment, I'm gonna go ahead and just scroll up, scroll back down. Oh, look at that, Don, first winner. All right, we'll give away a $50 prize pack to you. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm sending this to you now. How you can claim your prize. And I'm gonna do it 2 more times. Let's see. Closing my eyes and I'm scrolling. Oh, ha! You won't believe it, Nate. You are one of the winners. There you go. There. That never happens. All right. I'm gonna Closing my eyes again. I'm scrolling. Dale Wagner. Oh, look at that. Dale was asking about the bundle deal for Surfsling too. I completely missed that question. So send that to you, and I'll send you the link to Surfsling. All right. There we go. Perfect. And we'll do one more. We'll do this person here, Josh Test. $50 to you. Perfect. So that's $200 in giveaways there. Thank you. Everyone say thank you to Nate for reminding me. All right. Yes, you can. That's a great question by Abdul. He's asking if he can promote Zairp as an affiliate. Yes, and anyone that's on here can as well. Most of my products are on JV Zoo. So if one good way that you guys can do it is if you use it yourself and you get some results, you can put up a case study on YouTube or something, and it's usually a good way to get some good sales. Someone is asking about WordPress or HTML, but no. So Zairp only works for WordPress. Paul is asking, Josh, I also paid for Done For You Suite. How much of what we saw today is taken care of by Done For You Suite versus not having it and just having Zairp? So perfect. Zairp uh, is pretty much what will take care of all of your content and optimization and all of that. And then you'll guys have SimBuddy to do the social sharing by peer-to-peer sharing. And then Done For You Suite, we will build your backlinks for you. Okay, so if you didn't get Done For You Suite, then we wouldn't build those backlinks for you from our own network that we have. So that's pretty much what you wouldn't get if you didn't get Done For You Suite. Do you need to pay for WordPress? No, WordPress is free to use. If anything, what you'd have to pay for with your hosting company is pretty much like a plug. I think it's called a plugin or an addition that allows you to install WordPress. So something like Fantastico that allows you to quickly and easily install WordPress yourself. Usually they charge a little bit extra to have that on your server. But besides that, WordPress is completely free to use. Mary is saying, aren't backlinks available from somebody? Yes, exactly. So again, Done For You Suite is an optional upgrade. Most of you on here already have access to SimBuddy. You can start with just SimBuddy, get the peer-to-peer sharing, get those peer-to-peer backlinks, and then if you want an extra layer, that's where Done For You Suite comes into play. And let me get this page off the screen. I don't want to confuse any of you because the do not go to that page. That is not the discount. This is the discount page to get the deal. Okay. And if you did want the same deal for the split pay option, just let me know in the chat box, and I was able to set that link up. I'll send that to you as well. Lost my train of thought. Okay, yeah. So if you want that extra layer, then you use Done For You Suite, where it's our own private network of over 1,200 sites. Okay, someone's asking for the split pay link. Raphael. Should be it there. All right, Blaine. Paul is asking, do we have to find domains for each site, then connect Zairp to it, or does that process we saw today include the creation of the site? Just confused on how the pages will create and optimize, get onto the WordPress site. Didn't see that part. Yeah, so WordPress has to be installed on your domain first. And then once WordPress is installed, You come here to sites. You hit this plus sign, and then you pretty much put your site URL, the username, the password, and you're good to go. You do install the Zairp plugin. This is to be able to have the plugin create different authors for you. So when you get to the projects tab and you're creating the content, you'll be able to have Zairp set up different authors for you. That's what the plugin does. If you want to run everything through one author, you can just put the login details here, and that's all you need to do. No, sorry, no, we made an update to the plugin. So if you want now that it'll install plugins and it'll install a theme for you if you want. So disregard everything I just said. Install the plugin and put your login information here. Zubin is asking for the split pay link. Yes, here you go. Someone is asking, can you get the cheap like $5 WordPress? Yeah, I'm not sure what question you're asking because WordPress is free to use. The only thing you'll have to pay for is most likely Fantastico or something like that allows you to install WordPress yourself using uh, your um, your backend tools, pretty much. I forgot what it's called. Your cPanel. There you go. Yeah, Paul. Yes, the Zairp plugin is manually added by you, and once you do it once, that's it. There's nothing else to do. Yeah, Rob, just inside here, there's all the tutorials that you have that you need. There you go. Yes, Keith is saying, is there a 30-day guarantee? Yes. So all my products come with a guarantee. And honestly, I even push the boundaries with that. I shouldn't be saying that, but if you're not happy with any of my products, there's a good chance you reach out to my support desk. We'll give you a refund. Perfect, Joseph. No problem. Send an email to our support desk, and we'll get that canceled. All right. So we're getting close to the 2 hour mark. So if you have any final questions, start posting them now, and we'll get them answered. Ed is saying, if my main page is not WordPress, would it work to set up WordPress on a subdomain and run Zairp, for example, to broadcast? Yes, exactly. So if your main page is built on something else, just install WordPress on like blog.yourdomain.com pretty much, and then run it on the same domain, but just on pretty much on a subfolder. Christine saying that you have Serplify. What is the difference? So pretty much Zairp is the rebranded version of Serplify, improved version of Serplify. We have the bigger database in there. But if you have Serplify, I believe we sent out an email to kind of get everyone moved over. So send us an email here. Yeah, you're good to go. So Tester Trust. I believe that SynLab account is active already. I believe the team took care of you. Let me quickly take a quick peek. Oh, okay, no. I see why. Give me 1 second. There you go. I just fixed that for you. You're good to go. Duran, you posted a bunch of questions. I'm assuming you posted a question that I didn't see. I'm trying to look up to see if I can find it. If not, if you can please repost the question. Paul, great question. How do you connect SimBuddy and SimLab to Zairp? So pretty much here on the projects tab, once you get to the SimLab tab, right here you can see it says manage SimLab accounts. That's where you connect your SimLab account. Joseph, yes, but I believe it's on a 90-day rollover for Done For You Suite specifically. So Frazier, you pretty much have the same thing, but just what we're showing today is the yearly package. All right. And I'll take a few more questions and then we'll call it a day. I'll get the replay out to you guys because there's a bunch of you that got on here late and we're asking for the replay. Ken, great question. Do you need a sample site to get approved with LeadSmart? No. When I applied, I did not submit a site. I told them I was starting a new site and I got approved. I will be honest, it did take a second follow-up application for them to approve me. When I first applied, I didn't hear anything for 2 weeks. So I went ahead and I applied again and I included in the message, hey, I applied 2 weeks ago. I haven't heard anything. Boom, within 24 hours of that second email, I got approved. Rob is saying, do you have you recommended WordPress theme that works best with Zairp? There isn't. It won't. It's not really of what works best with Zairp. It's pretty much, what works best for the specific site that you're building. So I like to use mostly free themes. So that's usually what I stick with, like the 2021 theme. Things like that. But as far as a specific theme that works best for Zairp, it doesn't really exist. You're not going to get any better results with a specific theme. George is trying to download the Zairp plugin, but it is indicating that there is a virus present. That's probably from your malware detector. I can tell you we're not installing viruses on your computer. Daryl, when you are inside of LeadSmart, you'll be able to pretty much on the left-hand side, there's an option where you can select to apply for a phone number. And I think it takes like a day or so for them to issue you one. All right, Nate. There are 5 times the number of projects allowed versus the number of sites multiple projects. Yeah. So sometimes I will set up multiple projects per site. Yeah. So if I'm targeting 2 different keywords or a variation of the keyword, yes, I will do multiple projects per site. Yes, Duran, if you had a duplicate purchase, then yes, send us an email and we'll get that taken care of. All right, glad that you posted your question again. All right, with that, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and post the purchase link one more time. All right, the first 50 are most likely very, very low to get access to this exclusive deal. Again, there is no public page for this. The only way to purchase this is by going to this link here. If not, the public page, the prices are normal at $497 and $297. All right, so I'll get the replay rendered and out to you guys. And once again, thank you for everyone for coming on here live. I always appreciate you guys spending some time on here with me. And hopefully I delivered on my promise of being able to show you how we've automated every step of the SEO process. And hopefully you enjoyed pretty much all the tips and tricks that we shared on this call. So thank you guys. And if you're watching the replay, pick up this offer below this video.